Hello everyone and welcome back to Coastal Living. We have been on a roll with our Motivation Monday segments. I think it was one of our resolutions and we've done a great job at sticking to it.
Yes.
And we have a new topic today. It's called Lose the Filter. Now this can be interpreted both literally and figuratively, so if you aren't familiar with the filter, let me explain. It's a feature on popular apps like Snapchat and Instagram that have grown in popularity over the years. Some are comical. We have one that we took this morning of Jocelyn and I with a little mustache face there. These are fun. This is a cute way, and that's what they were made for, is just to be silly and sort of get outside of your own skin, have a good time. Some are imaginative. One very popular one is like the puppy filter or the kitty cat filter.
I think that's how it all got started,
whimsical,
right?
Yeah. But then we got into some of these that sort of blur out your skin. They adjust your appearance and make you seem or feel more aesthetically pretty, what's socially accepted as pretty. And, you know, I'm not just referring to a photo. Here you can see a before and after, so I'm sure you can tell, but on the left side is a regular photo of us. On the right side is a filtered photo, and you can see it adjust, I mean, the size of our heads, our noses, it makes our eyes bigger and more glowy, our teeth whiter.
Right, and
kind
our
of blurs out the skin.
Exactly.
Yeah, and this is something, you know, I'm not knocking anybody who uses a filter, but I wanted to bring this topic up, like I said, figuratively and literally, because not only are we filtering our photos and giving ourselves a false perception of what makes us beautiful, but we're filtering our lives. So I think that some of us get really, really focused on that larger filter that is the content that you choose to share on social media, and that's your highlight reel. And a lot of us, you know, you're bored, you're hanging out before bed, and right before you go to bed, you're scrolling through other people's lives, comparing yours to theirs. Now, Joss, tell me how that has affected you.
Well, first of all, I don't really post a lot on my social media just because I know it is a highlight reel. I like to keep a lot of things private, but I do, in a sense, post my best photos. We have people, including myself, take numerous photos and then pick the best one, and I feel like it takes like 10 minutes to really make sure that's the one that you want to post. So it's affected me in many different ways, and I have been guilty of comparing myself, and I think that's normal, especially in society today, but I really think that that's kind of common here with other women, especially with the filters. I use them, and I admire you because you never use filters and you don't even need filters.
Well, thank you, and neither do you, but it's part of my little stance against, you know, blurring out your life and what makes you beautiful. When I was young, I mean, I was 4 eyes, gap tooth, don't have those anymore, but I was always insecure about my nose, and so I wouldn't post pictures. I'll only post from certain angles, and that's still relevant in my Instagram page. If you look, I'm always like at this certain angle that I feel is more flattering to my face and takes away my insecurities. I try to stay away from the filter just sort of as a pioneer or, you know, somebody who represents that filterless life. But if you look at my Instagram page, it's still my highlight reel. You see the positive stuff. You know, there's some examples of me singing and the great things that I've done and my engagement photo, and there's a cute one of you and I at Christmas.
I
so
love
these
that
are
one.
the best with the sunsets and the good lighting and all that beautiful stuff. But not everybody's life is rainbow and sunshine. Literally nobody's life is rainbow and sunshine. And there are actually some really negative side effects of this behavior, varying from kids and bullying to adults developing a false perception of physical and social reality. And studies have proven this results in anxiety and depression, which are directly linked to many of these apps, Instagram and Snapchat being the top two apps, because of their focus on photos, on visual things, and you can't help but compare yourself. So, you know, the thing that inspired this was friends that I run into at my gigs and stuff, and they're like, let's take a picture, and the first thing they do is put the filter on.
Put that filter on.
And I'm like, wait, I freak out because it makes my nose really small, my eyes really big, and I think I look like a bug. But yeah, sure, it makes you look nice in the photo, but I'm like, but that's not us. Can we just take like a regular one? So there's no harm in using a filter. It just, to me, seeing people that, you know, seem like they can't post a photo without a filter, it hurts my heart because I know that just like myself, there are things and insecurities that they have. And it's become such a habit to post those that that's their sense of reality. And the reality is, God gave you those acne scars, God gave you those stretch marks, God gave you that big nose, and that is what makes you unique and beautiful. And some of those things that you're the most insecure about are the things that people love you for the most. So, you know.
Couldn't say it better. I mean, really, this is the way the good Lord made me and all of us. And I have my insecurities as well. I do suffer with, you know, some skin problems, and of course these filters do make me feel better because it blurs them out. But I couldn't agree more. I mean, nobody's perfect at the end of the day.
Exactly.
But
And
everyone's beautiful in their own way.
absolutely. And there's been a big movement on social media. I realize, you get a release from dopamine. When you post a picture, you get likes, you get new followers, you're comparing yourself, you're like, ooh, I got more likes than her. But if you think about it, I'm noticing a movement, and it really is all about who you follow. I've begun to actively follow people who are more blunt about their reality, people who are real about, they're not doing that Instagram pregnancy. They're talking about the depression that comes with it and the sleepless nights and that kind of thing. Women embracing their acne and still doing, makeup tutorials and starting with that bare skin. Why? Because so many people in this world can relate to that because that's their reality. And I think more people want to see that. So we're not knocking anybody who uses filters. We're just encouraging you to love yourself and love all the flaws that may be a part of your life. No one's perfect, so let's lose the filter, even just for a day, to practice loving ourselves just a little bit more. What do you think?
I love it.
Deal? Let's do it. All right. Lose the filter, guys. Up next, we have a group of wonderful ladies who love to dance, and they have a story to tell, so stick around. We'll be right back with Sisters of the Dance. Want to be featured on Coastal Living? Post a pic on our Facebook or Instagram. We'll be right back on Coastal Living.